I don't understand why people are so mean and so nasty to people that are in grief. Maybe because they've never gone through it to that level before. I can't understand it. I'm a grief educator and I am committed. I am really committed. I want to make sure that in 2025, I raise awareness on how to treat people that are going through grief. Stop being mean and stop being judgmental to people that are in grief, people that are grieving. Because the truth of the matter is, until you're sitting front row at a funeral, until you've lost someone that is so significant and so dear to you, you'll never understand the pain, the suffering of what someone's going through. And grief can look all sorts of ways. It can look like this. It can look noticeable. It can be unnoticeable. 1 out of 4 people that you walk by on the streets, wherever you are, in the grocery store, at the gym, 1 out of 4 are in deep grief. Maybe you're one of them, and maybe you look great today. You're walking by people that are suffering every day, and you'll never know. And just because they look a certain way, it doesn't mean that everything's all right. It could be 2 months you walk by someone. 2 months ago, they lost their son, their daughter, their mother, their father, their husband, their wife, their friend, their coworker, who knows, anybody, whomever. And you think they're okay? You think they're okay? Just because they smile and just because they laugh. People are suffering in silence, and we're missing it. We're missing it. I call grief the silent sufferer, don't you? I mean, it's silent, right? The silent sufferer. Because some of us can play it off in front of people, and then we go home and lose it, right? Me, I was a visible sufferer, I couldn't hide it. You could see it in my face, in my eyes, the way I walked, the way I talked. Some of you still notice it today. You're like, what's wrong, T? I used to think like grief was almost like a disease. That's how deep it is, right? It was almost like that. It takes over your mind. It takes your mind to another place because a lot of it is mental. Of course, we grieve from the heart and we grieve from the mind. The heart is one thing. The heart is where the pain is. But the brain, the mind, that's where we add the suffering, right? We tell ourselves that we're broken. We'll never be the same. We'll never love again. We'll never find purpose in all of this. But that's the suffering that we add to it. It's like we compound it, right?